Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And oh my, this is going to be an interesting one. So, as of 11 a.m. Eastern Time on January 27th, there's six. There are six mass situations that we're going to be talking about. And I'm going to show you them right now. And most of them has a video, so. You didn't have any on the 20th. You had one on the 21st. 3 on the 22nd. None on the 23rd. None on the 24th. One on the 25th. And one on the 26th. So there are your six mass situations for the week of January 20th through the 26th. So, with that being said, let's get into these. We're on a All right. This is South Minneapolis Crime Watch and Information, 5th Precinct. Another situation in South Minneapolis. Two people are shot. One shot in the stomach, hip, and leg. Injuries on others not aired. All right. They were all shot from the same incident. So, wonder what that was over. South Minneapolis. I wonder if that was over a gang. So, let's continue. We got more. We're going to start getting into these videos. Family seeks justice for triple situation that unalived Baltimore teacher's aide like a bad dream. Let's hear about this.
Tonight, the family of Antoinette Tunstall Jennings pleading for answers. They share new details with us now after a triple shooting that shocked neighbors right near York Road. The 52-year-old was shot and killed last night after a basketball game at Tunbridge School. It's a story we first brought to you last night. It's breaking news at 11. And we have learned more about the other victims involved in this shooting. As the family tells us, 5 people were in the car at the time. 2 of Antoinette's kids, including her son, who was shot and is now out of surgery tonight. 2 of her grandkids as well, ages 4 and 11, both grazed by bullets. Kelsey Kushner is live tonight. Kelsey, you sat down with the family, who says this all stemmed from a fight at a basketball game.
Think about that, people. A fight at a basketball game. They don't want us looking into this stuff because their narrative goes away.
Rick, Antoinette's cousin says that this is a senseless act of violence. He says she was doing what grandmothers do, which is watching her grandchild play basketball on Wednesday night when this all happened. He says that he's now calling for whoever did this to come forward.
The life. She was the life of the party.
Christopher Swain says the pain of losing his cousin, Antoinette Tunstall Jennings, is still fresh.
Do you remember the last thing you said to her?
I love you.
Swain says Jennings was at her grandchild's basketball game at Tunbridge School Wednesday night when a fight broke out in the gym. 30 minutes later, surveillance video shows Jennings at a stoplight 5 blocks away when 2 people approached her car and opened fire.
It stemmed from a fight from a basketball game. It's a hard pill to swallow. It feels like a dream. It feels like a bad dream that we just can't wake up from.
Swain says Jennings was in the car with her 2 kids and 2 grandkids. Her 29-year-old son was shot and is now recovering at the hospital. Her 4-year-old grandson and 11-year-old granddaughter were both grazed by bullets. Jennings died at the scene.
They took a life that we could never get back. Jennings
was a 52-year-old pre-K para-educator at Waverly. Swain says she was also a mother, a friend, a sister, and a daughter. Her family is now pleading for the killer to come forward.
We want the right person, the right person's charged for this. We want them to face justice. We want them to not feel, but understand the pain that they have caused this family.
Now, the principals of both Bel Air Edison and Tunbridge School did send a letter out to parents notifying them of this fight, saying that the safety of their students is of utmost importance. But police say as of right now, no arrests have been made in this case. Reporting live tonight, Kelsey Kushner for WJZ.
It's a horrible story. Kelsey, thank you.
This morning.
And they wonder why they're not getting the same reactions that they used to. It's the people don't care about life, but let's continue. We got more. As San Antonio Police Department identifies 7 officers injured in Stone Oak situation, 6 of the 7 officers were released from the hospital, the department said Thursday.
Morning. Okay, so back on this investigation into the Stone Oak officers involved that were unfortunately shot during the standoff situation. This was far from over. San Antonio police officers again shot, some of them ambushed by a gunman who may have had a death wish.
Well, 2 different sources have told KSAT that SAPD SWAT unit deployed drones and tear gas during that standoff with the man who shot and injured those officers in Stone Oak on Wednesday night. So in total, 7 officers were injured by gunfire. All of those officers are expected to be okay.
So SAPD has identified those officers as, if you're looking right now, Jesus Hilario Marquez, Kyle Rainey, Dean Rosetta, Jacob Barcina, Ryan O'Hara, William Perez, and Jorge Ramos. So good news right there that they are recovered and released, you know?
That's right. Well, this is all began. We've learned more about the suspect. That is Brandon Folos, was a Navy veteran who was out on bond at the time of the shooting, and he had a lengthy past of being in trouble with the law.
His most recent arrest was just last Saturday. Court records show that his charges that day included assault causing bodily injury of a family member, 2 counts of injury to an elderly person with intent to cause bodily injury, and then 1 count of DWI, second offense. He was also ordered by a judge not to possess firearms.
Well, during the hours-long standoff at the apartment complex, sources told KSAT that the San Antonio Police Department sent at least 1 drone, a police robot, and tear gas into the apartment. Now, we're told that the suspect shot the police robot and one of the drones. 2 different sources later told us that the standoff finally ended after they realized that Folos was dead after being shot by the San Antonio Police Department SWAT team.
And they wonder why a lot of us don't believe their narratives. Let's continue. 5 wounded in Westlake situation, suspect in critical but stable condition. A man suspected of wounding 5 people, at least 2 critically, and an early morning situation in Westlake District Wednesday was also struck by and is hospitalized in critical but stable condition. The wounded suspect is in custody, but 2 other suspects are at large, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. There are no immediate description of the other 2 suspects, and the name of the man taken into custody was being withheld pending further investigation. All right, let's continue. Let me make sure you. 4 people injured after situation in Orange Mound, police say.
And we begin the broadcast tonight at 9 with developing news. A shooting has left 4 people injured and 1 suspect in custody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Daniel Wilkerson. Now community leaders are speaking out, calling for accountability, unity, and change. Fox 13's Rosalind Friedman took a visit to Orange Mound, where neighbors are demanding tonight an end to the violence.
That's right, Daniel. I went to Orange Mound Community Center today and it was quiet, but 24 hours ago, it was a crime scene with shell casings and even shattered glass. Now, police say this wasn't a random act. The victims and the suspects, they knew each other, but people in the community, this is a reminder of the violence that they say must stop.
We can't fix it like this. We're losing the battle.
It started on a Saturday afternoon when police responded to gunfire in the 2500 block of Park Avenue. Now, MPD obtained surveillance video showing 3 people stepping out of a gray Mercedes-Benz and approaching a black SUV. Within moments, bullets began flying. Police say one of the victims returned fire before running off. A second crime scene later was discovered nearby, where officers found bullet-damaged vehicles and evidence scattered around the Orange Mound Community Center parking lot. 4 victims were hospitalized. One suspect is now in custody. For those who call Orange Mound home, they say this story is all too familiar. Community leader Keith Leachman says it's time for the cycle of violence to end.
We got to start holding people accountable. Let's stop breaking everything under the rug. Let's deal with it. Let's deal with them according to their actions. And it's on what we're going to fix it. We got to deal with them according to their actions and hold them accountable for things like this.
Leachman says the solution starts with the community.
Well, it's cut dry. You see someone say something. It could be your nephew. It could be your daughter. So we have to stop covering for our people.
For a community rich in history and culture, the pain of violence is deeply felt, but so is the desire for change. Keith Leachman and others are urging neighbors to take action, restoring what Orange Mound is known for.
Let's bring the pride, the unity, the love back, the respect, and it don't cost nothing for me to respect you and you respect me. So let's bring that Orange Mound pride back.
Police say they have not released any of the victims or suspects' names at this time as the investigation continues, but they're urging the community, if they have any information, to call Crime Stoppers. Daniel.
That's Rosalind Friedman starting our live coverage off at 9 from MPD. Rosalind, thanks. New details tonight.
They wonder why. They wonder why people don't believe them. And for the last one, City of Amarillo released a statement on Polk Street situation. And here we go.
Earlier today made a statement on this shooting saying in part, quote, "We mourn the loss of life and pray for the healing of those injured. This is a devastating moment for our community, but I know Amarillo's strength and resilience will help us support one another through it." He went on to praise the police department and says despite this tragedy, he is still proud to call Amarillo home. There will be a press conference tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. We will stream it online on our website, abc7amarillo.com. A Toya man is facing murder charges following an 8-month-long investigation.
It's interesting. It really is that we see all this and people don't realize this is what they don't want us to actually know what's going on. So, with that being said, I hope all of you have a wonderful day. And please remember to be good to one another because we are in this together, no matter if you're left, right, or center. I will see you guys on the next one. See you guys tomorrow.